Fans of all kinds of all sports, welcome back to Max on Boxing. I'm Max Kellerman, and that is the one and only junior welterweight champion of the world, Teofimo Lopez. Teo, first of all, welcome back. You were the first ever guest on this show. You've appeared on the show more than any other fighter. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's truly an honor, man. Been a long time coming for sure.
So you now have two signature wins in your career. You were the underdog, an undefeated contender against Vasily Lomachenko. He was a dominant, pound-for-pound kind of lightweight champion, a southpaw. Yeah. And as an underdog, you fought a brilliant fight. He came back at you late. You stood your ground, won the 12th round, won the title.
Oh, man.
Then you have a fight with Kambosos. You have a medical condition that could have killed you in that fight. You still picked yourself up off the deck, knocked him down late, rallied, just came up a little bit short. You move up to junior welterweight. You don't look the same exactly. And then you get another southpaw champion, dominant, undefeated fighter. Undisputed, really. He's the champ. And you pull off the upset. What is it about you that rises to the occasion?
Everything is possible with God. That's just it. Faith. A lot of faith, man. That's really what it is. I think that when all things are conspired against you, I think that's when the work of God's hands come into play. You know, I'm a man of faith. So I believe what's really comes to me is just I'm his instrument.
But Teo, I'm sure there are lots of guys with faith. Are you praying harder than them? You know what I mean? It's something about you that is able to, when your back is against the wall and there's chaos and you're fighting a guy you're supposed to lose to. Even the Comey fight, you're supposed to win that fight. But the spotlight was on you and you were sensational, knocked him out. Heisman Trophy night, you're scoring. What is it about you? I'm not talking about you that is able to rise to the occasion when the lights shine brightest.
It's hard to explain. I mean, I worked very hard, 11 weeks going into this fight, and consider fight week as well, 12 weeks, so that's 3 months. It's just preparation. I'm different. You know, I really am. I believe that. I really have faith in that being said, you know. I think what makes me different in that end or that aspect is that challenges. You gotta go for challenges. You know, it makes the greatest out of you. It turns all your fears and doubts into great wonders. You know, what you could really become. That's what I aim for. You know, and that's why I like what Walter Elias Disney mentioned. He says, aim at the impossible.
Is that what you got on your hat?
Yeah, it's less competition there.
So I want to go over the fight for a second.
Yeah.
Okay? Because here it comes. It's the first round. He had a pretty good first round.
It's not that hard.
What's that?
Just this whole thing. It's not that hard as it may seem.
What isn't as hard?
The fight, all that. I was actually playing with him because it was easy.
So this is what I saw. You tell me. First 3 rounds, it looked pretty good for him. Third was close. I gave it to him. It could have gone either way, but I had him up 2-1, and he seemed to have a little momentum. And in the 4th round, you almost did a football move on him and checked him to the ground.
Yeah.
Right. He hit the and then you started doing things like high stepping, getting it's like you were getting yourself going. And then, except for the 10th round, which you took off, you won all the other rounds. Like clearly won all the other rounds. Mm-hmm. Was there something early he was doing? If you were playing with him, why were you playing with him in that situation? Did you feel that good that you could do whatever you wanted?
Well, Slick Boxer Gordo is all about those things. I like to have fun. That's really what it is. And what I was missing the most was that. You know, doing what we do is not easy, but that night when we go out there under those bright lights, we got to shine. And how do we shine? We got to have fun. You can't let the ambience of the whole energy of what's going on and the fans get to you. You know, it's your night, it's your show. You be the painter of that canvas.
Right. I talk about athletes write their own scripts, right? And especially it's hard to do when it feels like destiny's with the other guy. Like this has a momentum, it's supposed to happen. And especially early in a fight, the favorite can convince the underdog, this is my night. And I thought, wait, is Taylor doing that? And that's why I looked at the 4th round. I said, oh, Teo was like, no, I'm going to get myself going here and write my own script. Is that what happened at all?
It's exactly what happened, yeah. I wrote my own script. I gave the people what they wanted to see and what I needed to do. And in the 10th round, I gave him that round because I was just on cruise control. I was like, don't worry, I'm not going to let this shake me up at all. You know, I was built for this, 11, 12, those championship rounds. You got to have a champion heart. And I don't know. I just felt that he wanted to quit between those rounds. Yeah, I seen it from across the other side of the corner. I just seen his team and them arguing. It looked like he just wanted to stop, But I just said I got to keep going though.
So in the 12th round against Lomachenko,
Yeah.
you had fought great in the first half. He came on in the second half,
Yeah.
and here it comes, Loma's. And in the 12th round, you didn't sit on what you thought was a lead. You fought him, you won the 12th round, and with that round, you won the fight. We saw Lomachenko against Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Seemed to be coming on. Haney won the 12th round, and so that got him the fight, right? Like Loma needed to take that 12th. Here you are against Josh Taylor. You clearly are way up. But as it turns out, you weren't way up on the cards.
But I knew that.
You knew that you weren't way up on the cards?
I knew against all odds. I had the ref against it, the judges, everything, man. It's bigger than what people may see it as.
What does that mean?
I'm just a force to be reckoned with, I gotta fight. You gotta realize you're not just fighting the fighter at that point, especially in this magnitude of a fight, the underdog. When unanimously everybody's deciding that you're gonna lose. You got to realize you're not just fighting the fighter at that point. You're fighting everyone that comes to play, which is the judges, the referee.
You mean because they come in with preconceived notions?
I mean, it's just.
Or do you think there's corruption there?
Oh yeah, it's definitely corruption. Yeah, for sure.
This is
why I want to take it from retirement. This is why I want to go from retirement now into. Let me be the guy with the suit now, and let me.
Okay, wait.
Let me take it over.
When you talk about, so you won the 12th round.
I did.
You won it big, and as it turns out, if you didn't win the 12th, it would have been a majority draw. He would have kept the titles. I had you 17-11. Mm-hmm. But you thought I have to win the 12th because they're going to rob me.
I just knew that I had to win the championship rounds. Okay. Mainly.
Why do you think it's stacked? Because I hear this from a lot of athletes, even Derek Jeter on the 98 Yankees, the greatest team ever. After the season, I remember him saying, no one thought we could do it. I'm thinking, what is he talking about? Everyone thought they could do it. A lot of times athletes need to position themselves as it's me against the world, right? And so they're almost paranoid because they're looking for motivation. When you say everyone's against you, it sounds to me paranoid. And the reason I'll say that is because it seems to me like everyone wants to like you. Yeah. You've said some outrageous things that have turned some people off, but their inclination is not to go against you, and yet you seem to feel it is. Why?
No.
You don't?
I don't at all. No, I know that outside of my sport, the ambience of many people around, and I think the world alone loves me, man. I mean, I'm loved everywhere, across the whole world.
But you feel like the boxing industry is against you?
I think it's just the way I do things. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying is really the way I'm trying to set a better tone for these young athletes and young fighters. I mean, they really got to use their brain more than they do in just fighting and competing. You got to do it outside the ring as well.
Okay, now
So it's not man against the world, but it's just the world against one man. Yeah.
I don't get that. It's you, but you feel like the boxing world. You just said earlier, the judges, the refs. I think there's corruption. The commentators you mentioned in the past. I mean, just like I know these guys who call the fights here. I don't think they're like my personal interaction with them is not that they're against Teofimo Lopez.
No. I think it's what builds the fight though. This is what it makes a fighter. It makes a champion. It's what makes the gladiators. And it makes everyone else.
But I'm trying to figure out, do you think the judges are against you?
I made sure of it, yeah.
Because of your outrageous statements and stuff. And so I understand. So it turns people off in a way.
I tuned the tune into something different. I turned it into a negative.
I see.
Yeah. So I could make it much more of a bigger positive. So I made sure.
Because it generates more publicity?
It makes Teofimo Teo.
I see.
And this is why, because of you got to really think about your next move. And I really came to it and I said, I need everyone against me. So I need
to motivate yourself?
I love it, yeah.
Okay.
I love it. But what it does is it goes to show when all things are on your back and you're on your wall and you're pretty much cornered and there's nothing else to look for, you rely on God. and just know that that's going to be the guy that gets you there.
You feel like you're at your best
Have a
when
lot
your
of
back
faith.
is against the wall and there are all these forces lined up against you. That brings out the best in you.
What joy would it be if it wasn't?
All right.
Right?
Now let's get to the big news. You have claimed after the fight and what you're doing here right now that you want to retire from boxing at the age of 25, having just won the title at 140 pounds.
Yes, absolutely. I'm looking forward to really. I have so many projects and so many ideas that I really want to put into display now. And I don't think with me staying in course of training and always focusing on the next fight, it's going to give me the opportunity to do it. So, you know, a lot of that has to do with trying to take care of these kids out here. You know, they need that guidance. They need some structure as a role model, as an athlete, as a entrepreneur, whatever it may be. I'm really striving for those goals, and I really could turn into reality.
So no, I said this to Tyson Fury not long ago when he was talking retirement. And it's easy for me to sit suit and tie, just talk about sports and get paid, right?
Yeah.
So you're taking punches for a living. You still got all your marbles. You're only 25 years old. You've made good money. I should be encouraging you, good, go retire. But there are a couple things. One, I don't believe you're going to retire because there's millions of dollars to be made, and that's the way you know how to do it. You're trained to do it. And two, because...
But what's millions if you could make hundreds?
Of millions?
Yeah.
You believe you can make hundreds of millions outside of boxing?
I believe so, yes, I do.
Well, I understand where you would get your confidence since you came from nowhere and you've already done it on boxing,
That's
right?
the beauty of it, though. You could turn nothing into something, and then you could do it over and over and over and over
Aren't
again.
there challenges, though, like, for example, your one loss of your career came to George Kambosos. He is out there still. He's a contender.
Controversial.
Okay, but it was close. But I thought he won it. I thought you showed a champion. It was maybe your greatest moment. You got off the deck. You floored him. Okay, but don't you want to avenge that loss?
You know what I really want to avenge? I want to avenge the things that I said that I was going to do. The things that I said I was going to tell, like what I was trying to do all this for, why God gave me this gift. It's not just for me to keep, it's for me to pass on and give to others, especially like the kids. Like I said, man, I love kids, man.
I said before the fight with Taylor, this was your Hall of Fame fight. If you come in twice, because very few fighters, a lot of guys are multi-division quote-unquote champions, but very few fighters are multi-division actual champions. They were the guy who beat the guy. They're the legit champ of that division. You are a legit two-division champion. You were the champion at 135. You're now the champion at 140. You're going to get in the Hall of Fame one day just based on that, right? But when
first ballot, first ticket. I already punched
you'd have my vote. But when there's a guy like Haney, and that's
he sucks. Haney
why not fight him?
Because he's a fake it till you make it kind of guy. And when the going goes tough, Daddy, he figured me out. That's a punk.
You know, I'm going to have Devin Haney on the show to respond to this.
I don't understand it, though. It's like, why are we helping this kid? He's a puppy.
Teo, he's the legit one and only lightweight champion of the world.
That was made. Handmade.
Hold on. I agree that there were...
Copy and paste. I'm the first youngest four-belt era world champion. They copied and pasted and put it on Devin Haney. That we got to go on more.
If you want to call him
Teofimo beat Vasily Lomachenko by unanimous decision. Devin Haney, unanimous decision. What the flying F?
Wait, now you're being slick with it, Teo, because
I'm slick boxing Gordo. I see that.
I see that.
I'm turning the hat.
You're high-stepping on me. You're trying to step around. But
I'm not Euro, too.
Lomachenko wasn't champion anymore. When Haney was if you want to call Haney an email champion, you can call him before he fought Kambosos.
Copy and paste.
For whatever reason, and I agree, you were dealing with a real medical emergency. You showed championship heart going the distance and making it close. But he did take your title. And Devin Haney beat him fair and square.
They gave him that.
You think you won that fight?
They actually, all right, just to even clarify more, they told him that he won before they announced the winner. And the referee raised my hand, but the referee raised my hand before they even called out.
Nevertheless,
the referee, if anything, is going to be the closest judge out of the three.
The official decision went to Kambosos. Cool. And by the way, that was my card too. I had it close, but I thought Kambosos won. Devin Haney beat him. You know how it works since the
but he couldn't drop him.
But he won. He's the lightweight champ.
And Kambosos fought a Teofimo that was ill. I should have died.
Are you retiring?
I am retiring. I did it at 25. Look, it's a copy and paste. What I accomplished, you know this, no one has ever done. I'm a 2-time undisputed world champion, technically, the first male to ever do it. And am I going to get the push like they would push Crawford or Haney or anybody else or Canelo or Fury? No, I'm not going to get that push. Why? That's between...
Well, I'm sure a lot of people would like to push you into a fight with Devin Haney.
Of course they would, because it benefits more so of leverage. But I have the leverage. I have the card.
You won't if you retire and give up your belts.
My thing is, like, I could always get that back. I could always get something back because I've made it from nothing. I've always done that, and I could continue to do that. I'm 25. You think that I'm not going to stay in the gym and stay training?
Right.
I'm always going to do that.
Stay in the gym, stay training, and keep your championship distinction, which gives you more leverage when you eventually decide, you know what, there's a lot of money at stake here. I'm too good at this
Devin Haney's not a fight for me. He sucks. That's not somebody that gets me out my seat. Remember you told me about the couch and stuff?
Yeah.
It doesn't
get you out of your couch?
It doesn't get me out of my couch.
I'm telling you, it should. Devin is good.
He sucks. He couldn't even beat Lomachenko. And the way he looked like
Even if you think Lomachenko won, that was a competitive fight.
Barely.
All right. Teofimo Lopez.
Well, on this note, though, I am retiring, and I'm grateful for it. I'll be in the Hall of Fame next year. Thankful for it. 25 years young.
So you got to wait 5 years.
I do?
Yeah, you got to wait. You got to wait some time.
Really?
Yeah.
They ain't tell me that.
You want to go in next year?
I would love to go next year. I believe I deserve that. And I just, like I said, man, I'm going to open a gym in South Florida. Mm-hmm. I'm opening a boxing gym, or a combat gym, to be honest, to be frank.
Combat sports. Mm-hmm.
Combat sports gym in South Florida. I really want to branch out my takeover promotions, really want to get into the field, into actual business field of my competitors. That's really it.
Teofimo Lopez, love having you on the show. I'm sure it won't be the last time. He was the first ever Max on Boxing.
Hey, you never know. I might, be the suit, might have the commentating.
Sit next
I'm
to
gonna be a trainer. I'm
ringside.
gonna be a trainer as well. I'm gonna be training a lot of young fighters, a lot of professional fighters. So by all means, I offer Nate Diaz to fight. I'll train him. On top of that, I mean, what I'm looking at, commentating, I'm looking at all these things, man.
I realize
so much more than that.
From an ethical and moral point of view, a 50-year-old basically shouldn't be telling a 25-year-old who has his health and his money, who wants to retire and go out on top and start not to. I realize I shouldn't. However, in this case,
it's God's
man,
plan.
you got to fight Kambosos and Haney. What, are you kidding?
I've done it very well.
All right. In that case.
But like I tell you, this is not my plan. If this is coming about, and I'm saying retirement, is because the Almighty Father has aligned me to go that way. At the moment, or maybe forever.
Are you talking about Teo Sr. or God?
God himself.
All right, very good.
And Teo Sr., he wants to go in there with me, and let's go and keep slaying these demons. But my end is like, we got to think more strategic at the moment.
Teofimo Lopez, you are always interesting. Congratulations on I'm going to say it's a Hall of Fame career so far, whether or not you ever fight again.
25. Man, that's so good.
Good to see you,
7-time world champion, technically 10-time.
You realize once you retire, you're not the champ anymore, right? But you're champ right now.
I'm always going to be champion. To the people, people's champion all the way. Teofimo Lopez, 718-954, Honduras, Spain, Asia.
There's no papers to fill out in boxing. Like, you just say you're retired and you're retired, but...
Oh, no, it's cool. I know everybody's going to try. I know people are going to try to bring that back and everything, but it's great. I like that. But eventually, I leave it all to God. I leave it all to him. If it comes to that point where I do come back, I come back. But I'm not.
Congratulations again, champ.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.